Hi, I'm Henry, also known as Henners. I'm a singer, songwriter, producer, classical musician, and massive Eurovision fan. And I'm reacting to the Eurovision 2026 entries as they're released and announced. I've been feeling like a celebrity recently, no, I'm just kidding, but Aidan commented on my Malta reaction, which was really exciting, and Alice reposted my TikTok about him. So that's cool. I am extremely excited today to be reacting to the winner of Vidbeer 2026, because I just love Ukraine, not just within the contest itself, but the culture, the people, the look of the architecture, scenery, literally the folk culture, everything about Ukraine I'm obsessed with. Even since a kid, I've wanted to go there so badly. My primary school, we were twinned with a Ukrainian school, and we would like write letters to them and send them gifts and stuff, so that was really cute. So yeah, I could just go on about how much I love Ukraine forever. And not to mention the music as well is absolutely incredible. It's been really interesting hearing Jamala, the winner of Eurovision 2016, talk about the importance that the contest holds for Ukraine at the moment, that they can't really deserve to have this platform stripped from them, which is a shame that the EBU aren't doing more to prevent the contest being brought into disrepute for countries like Ukraine, but there we have it. Before I react, I've got to give my condolences to Jerry Hell and Catharticus. I don't listen to any of the songs before I do this reaction because I want this reaction to be pretty much completely fresh, but I do hear snippets obviously because my social media is mainly just all Eurovision content, and I'm a massive Jerry Hell fan anyway, so there was no way I was going to avoid snippets and stuff. But everything I'd heard from Catharticus I absolutely loved, and I was actually gagging since I first heard it to go and just listen to the whole thing. But as soon as I saw that she didn't win, I went straight to watch the Catharticus live performance and the music video and listened to it about like 20 times last night, and I was absolutely obsessed. I just had to put that out there. Obviously, I've not heard any of the other songs and stuff, so that's just me being a fan of Jerry Hell. I can't say that I think it should have won or anything, because I've not heard anything else. So I'm really excited to listen to Leléka with Ridnym. I have had a few comments asking me about not pausing the video as much, but unfortunately I do kind of have to chop and pause a lot because of copyright. But there is the option to support me on Patreon if you like, where I post all the extended reactions, maybe with the odd sneeze or stutter edited out here and there, but the reactions are extended and you can watch my full reaction to the video itself. And also I'm hoping to be posting pre-party reactions there, so like the vocal analysis of the first live performances we get to see from the pre-parties. And then I'll probably do some national final performance reactions over on there, because obviously waiting to do the reactions here on YouTube, I miss a lot of the national final performances, so I'll take requests and stuff like that over there. But there's nothing that's changing with the YouTube channel at all, and no pressure to go and support me over there, but the option is there if you like. So this is Leleka with Ridnym, which means I'm going to look that up now before I watch the video. Okay, I can't really tell. I feel like there are so many things saying different things. To the loved ones is one I'm seeing a lot, and something to do with a bird. I don't know, I'll just watch the thing, and then if I get anything wrong, you guys can let me know. Without further ado, let's go. Okay, nice spotlight, daffodil. Oh, very ethereal sounds, almost reminding me of Enya. Oh, she's so pretty. I love this sort of traditional flowy outfit. Have we got a bass guitar playing that? We've got that pedal note that on that E, signalling that we're in E major. We've got these really nice, almost kind of marimba-like sounds. Oh no, maybe it's just guitar with the strings already. All just very flowy and almost reverby without too much reverb. Love these cute arm gestures. The aspect ratio of the frame is kind of Sergio high-end vibes, so I wonder if there's a reason for that. I love just the simple daffodil and her reaching out with it. Almost looks like she's got a halo with that light. I think she's singing about nature. It sounds like, oh, red. Oh, the daffodil, it's all gone. Oh gosh, I'm getting excited, we're building drama, so we were in this E major. I think we're going kind of between the E major to the fourth A major. So in a scale, you've got your 8 notes, 1, 2, 3. So we've got the E, then we go up to the 4th, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think is where we're kind of going, but we've got a complete chord switch up here. Yeah, we go to the minor though. C sharp minor. Using that E flat. I love this build up. Wow, oh, it's so pretty. Oh, that dramatic build up into quite a sweet, gentle chorus. Vocally, very sort of soft, delicate, cautious delivery, I think. It's not a real strong, powerful belt, but I don't think that's would be fitting for this song. So a pretty comfortable range. Oh, the seeds. Oh, she got leaves on her dress. Oh. That kind of classic Slavic kind of cry technique. You get that a lot in white voice singing. Not that this is white voice, but it's a technique I feel like you hear a lot in Eastern Europe, and it's just really cautiously you just let a bit of excess air push through and the vocal folds. Usually when we're singing or talking, the vocal folds just come together like this, but that excess air kind of pushes them apart, which creates that crack. So it's like like that kind of technique. Oh, almost kind of bit crushy, distorted electronic vibe. Chaotic voila camera angles. I like this silver mic. Oh, I love the sort of dramatic build-up, not to anything crazy, it really pulls back quite quickly, so go back to that really gentle. Oh, and the daffodils blooming to yellow. I don't know if that's a symbol of Ukraine specifically. And the lighting changes. From that E5, but not overly high. That note is so early, and I obviously have a broken voice as a man, so I'm not going to be able to sing that as well. But despite it being in that head voice range, it would be quite easy to give it power like, Wah! But she's doing a really good job of kind of restraining it. It's actually quite hard to sing in that range with such a quiet volume. You see, it's like quite hard to get that closure and that stability. So very talented vocalist there. Obviously, I've not been saying anything about the lyrics or paying attention because I'm so like entranced by the staging and the music. I will go and look at the lyrics after, but I'm picking up on sort of nature themes, something about woes and fears. So I don't know if it's similar to Eva Maria's song called Mother Nature thematically. I don't know. I love these strings. Ooh, and interesting chord choices. The composition's really cool. Wow, hang on, wait. Up to that, so, you know, I was saying when she was on that E5, she ascends somehow up an octave into that whistle register. Okay, Mariah Carey. Wow. Juries are going to love that. Does she go any higher? Not that she needs to, that's high enough. Oh, wow. Oh, and now we get to see the audience. Do you know she's a bit of a nervous belt at that, up to that C sharp was slightly flat. But, I mean, she had just done such a good job at carrying her head voice into that whistle register, so, I mean, I can't complain. Staging almost the way it's progressed, and now we see the audience in this final segment, reminds me of Voyage. Hopefully doesn't meet the same televote fate as Voyage. Yeah, she's definitely more comfortable in head voice. That was better. I think the reason that was less flat was she added a bit of a vocal cry. engaging the kind of nasopharyngeal area, which I know is all just jargon and a load of words if you don't know what I mean, but you don't really need to know. But rather than just pulling her chest up and up, she's actually made an active change to take the weight out of the neck using other techniques, such as that cry. She added more of a ah. I love that subtle wind effect at the end as well. Wasn't too gimmicky, I don't think. That was so beautiful. An interesting winner. I feel like a sort of, not unexpected winner as such, but I don't know, maybe it is a bit. It's a sort of song I feel like you hear in a lot of national finals that always do quite well, but never make that final victory. I'm going to look at the lyrics. The jury and televote, I know, unanimously agreed that this was a winner. They both got the highest points. So I'm going to look at the lyrics. I assume this is something that really heavily resonated with people in Ukraine. Well, obviously it did, because it won. Green into rust, trust in the change, everything fades, be that as it may. I guess that's the trusting of nature theme that we heard with Eva Maria and in my song Ancestors, which you can go and stream. I don't know why, we all seem to be on the same wavelength creatively, us artists this year. Leaves in the flames, nothing is safe. Yeah, well, that probably hits home, being a Ukrainian and hearing that. Usually you want to trust Mother Nature and trust that nature knows best, or usually nature is all powerful, but there's so much human destruction of that, unfortunately, in Ukraine. And I think people's general trust and outlook on life and fate is probably severely damaged, so it's about kind of finding new ways to find hope, I guess. I embroider new destiny. So yeah, kind of creating a new way of living, a new way of paving a path for the future, I guess. Which I think is a similar theme almost to Catharticus. Not to compare all these different songs or anything. I'm not doing that in a negative way at all. It just reminded me of that because Jerry Hill was kind of finding heaven on earth rather than just accepting fate and trusting that one day you'll reach heaven and the divine will help you, actually kind of paving your own path and trying to find the happiness where you are now. When we oppose our fears and turn all our woes to cheers, I know the roots still carry water. Yeah, again, this having faith in nature, which I think is very powerful and necessary right now when humanity seems to be at an all-time low. So I have been looking at the semi-final and final records for each of my other reactions to sort of compare the entries against, but I mean, this is Ukraine, so I'm gonna look at the records, but like, yeah. I mean, a second place, first place, then an automatic qualification because they won a second place and first place. I know there's going to be always a lot of discourse and discussion about sympathy votes and extra support from the public, which, yes, of course, that's deserved and that's not manipulated, or there's no government pleading for Europe to give them those votes. That's just out of people's natural solidarity. I mean, they're just incredible, aren't they? Musically, there's so much talent and creativity. I just don't think they're afraid with staging to be creative and diverse and a bit abstract and whimsical, and each of these entries are very different from each other, and I've loved every single one. Ukraine are probably my favourite country in the contest and always have been, war aside. And then the final, obviously still getting quite a good bit of televote solidarity, but again, without the circumstances, I'm sure these would all get brilliant televote scores anyway. And then obviously, objectively, musically, it's great. I mean, I'm looking at some of these and thinking that juries could have ranked it higher because they were better than these gave. But I mean, these scores are just insane. And I've no doubt that Ukraine are going to bring a great result. I mean, I haven't even talked about qualification. Obviously, they'll qualify. It's brilliant. And I think such a powerful message that so many can resonate with. And then in the final, could they be looking at going for that win, depending on how all the points are spread out across the jury? And I think they could end up with a close second in the televote. Or maybe they could give us a first place if certain things change. I don't know, but I mean, this could be in contention to win. I mean, I definitely think top 5 at the least. So if I were to mark this against the jury criteria, composition and originality, I've given it a 9 out of 10. I mean, I probably could push for that 10 to be honest, but I mean, those chord choices were excellent, really ethereal, beautiful arrangements and the instrumentation, interesting vocal choices, interesting build and rise and fall and of the drama and all of the things I said earlier. Vocal capacity, I've said 8. I mean, those whistle notes were insane, decent breath control, very unique tonal quality, and most importantly, very emotionally captivating and gripping. I mean, when it slowed down to that section towards the end, I was like tearing up. It was just beautiful. I think with confidence and practice of this song, the slight shakiness and some of the flatter moments will be absolutely sorted and she'll be perfect by the time we get to May. Performance on stage, I said 7. I mean, it was beautiful. Maybe I should have given that an 8. The only thing is maybe the storytelling and themes could be conveyed a bit better for low attention span brains like me who were not focusing on on lyrics and were just like, oh look, this is beautiful, this sounds great. An overall impression, I said 8 based on just my personal music taste and preference, and in total that's a 32 out of 40, which I believe is tied for first place with Alice out of my 6 rankings I've done so far. So that was Ukraine Leleka. What did you think of this entry? Please let me know. I'd love to hear your opinions. I'm really excited for this month where things are about to get busier, and hopefully you'll be seeing lots of me. If you choose to subscribe and stay around, give me a like, please do. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to leave comments what you thought about the video, about my analysis and reaction, any context you want to give me about anything. I probably will go back and react and listen to the rest of the Vidbeer lineup because I just love Ukraine and Ukrainian music so much. So maybe I'll do some of those reactions later on in the season on my Patreon, which again you can go and join if you would like to support me further and get more bonus content. But if you want to make a one-off donation, the option to support me on Buy Me a Coffee is also there, but no pressure or expectation for any of those things. I'm just extremely grateful that you chose to click on this video and watch through to the end. You can follow me on my socials, Henry Laux and Henry Laux Music, and you can listen to my music too. I've got exciting things coming up, new music to be announced very soon. But take care, and I will see you very soon in another video. Goodbye.